Hey Oklahoma, it's Sean Cummings from the Gourmet Grill at the Uptown Grocery Company. Over the years I've made a lot of different macaroni and cheese recipes, and today I'm going to make one from a friend of mine named Roshan Pujari, and we actually call it crack and cheese because once you start eating this stuff you just can't get away from it. The real thing is we're going to saute some bacon, then we're going to use the fat from the bacon to cook onions, a little bit of garlic, rest of the stuff and toss in, but I'm going to use some high-end cheeses to grind up and mix in with my Velveeta. And then I can turn it into a sandwich if I want to, or I can just bake it off like a regular mac and cheese. So today, stick with us. Crack and cheese, baby. Thing up, you've got to choose a different kind of pasta that you actually want to make with this. Obviously, elbow macaroni, number one choice. You can do about anything. You need to grab one of the smaller Velveetas. This is an 18 ounce, because we're going to throw so much other cheese in there, that's all you need. You're going to need to make correct macaroni and cheese is what's called a double boiler. You can do this in the microwave. It will not be the same, all right? On this double boiler, we're going to throw in our 18 ounces of our Velveeta and about almost 2 cups of milk, because this is going to cook down, and then we're going to add all of our other cheese and everything to this to get started. Well, look here, we've got about 4 ounces of Parmesan, some smoked Gouda, goat cheese, and then mozzarella on the front, and I'm going to throw all those in there. And these will just cook and melt down. I may need to add a little more milk, but that's it. But then we're going to start working on what's cracking cheese. Challenge on this part is how much bacon do you use? Well, we're only using a pound of noodles, so I'm going to use half of a pack of 12-ounce bacon, so 6 ounces of bacon. And then I'm going to cut it up into small pieces. And the thing is to cook the bacon, put it aside, but keep all of the fat because I'm going to cook the vegetables and that. And that's what really turns it into the stuff that everybody wants to eat. You know, if this is not a diet meal, I'm warning you ahead of time. A couple of things we're going to want to cut. We're going to want some bell peppers. Don't do the whole thing. Red bells are a little better. And then we're obviously onions and garlic, you know, just the normal thing that you're going to put into every dish that turns out to be marvelous. And now my buddy Roshan, he likes his garlic. So let's get a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on this. So really now, you just need everything chopped. So let's get our garlic down, onions and everything, because we're just waiting for the bacon, all right? And these don't have to be perfect. Just get them small enough so people don't get too big of a bite in their mouth. All right? All right, a few little mushrooms, just for flavor. All right, bacon's cooking. We'll use all that grease that's down on the bottom for the other stuff. Cheese is melting. You really and truly don't want to hurry this. This is a gourmet meal. This isn't just something you're going to want to pike through. But everything's working just fine. You got to make sure you have water under that double boiler though. Now you might notice I haven't mentioned anything about pasta. I just got the pan on for that with a reasonable amount of water in there. Usually they say like quarts and quarts of water. You don't really need that much. But that's the last thing we're going to do. We need all these flavors to be ready first so we can pour it over the mac and cheese when it matters, all right? All these are working out. Bacon's working. To boil for the pasta. Bacon looks darn good and the cheese is really coming along. That stuff is melting up just fine. So we're on our way. This is next. We're going to strain this, take the bacon out and cook our onions, garlic, peppers and everything in with this, and then we'll put the bacon back in with the whole recipe. And I'm going to go ahead and just take out this bacon, and what you do is you just scrape it to one side like that, and the fat will go to the other side. And then just scoop it out, literally, into the pan, because we're going to throw everything into this pan later, so it really doesn't matter. Now, we want to take here, except the garlic, and pop them in our bacon fat, all right? Quick toss on these, and then the garlic so we don't burn it, and we'll be ready to roll. And water is reasonably boiling. This pasta is 11 minutes, so 11 minutes. And as soon as I put pasta in water, I stir it. You can add salt, you can add a little bit of oil, you can do all the different things that everybody tells you can do to pasta. Truthfully, I haven't really found it to make a huge difference, and I've been cooking 30 years. I like to control the amount of salt I have towards the end of my meal, not throwing it in at the beginning. So, all of these are cooking down. They actually look pretty darn good. Cheese is basically, I mean, that's ready to go. A little Parmesan's, a little bit of breadcrumbs are going to go on top when we're finished with that part. This stuff's dynamite. A couple more minutes, we'll add the garlic. Now at this point, this stuff is sufficiently cooked, I think, to go ahead and add my garlic. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw our bacon back in there, because heck, why not? Get that garlic cooked, bacon finished off. It's all going to go into the cheese mix. Pasta's going to be ready in about 5 more minutes, and we're ready. We'll bake this thing off from there. Tail end thing you're going to do is a little bit of breadcrumbs. So things now are going to happen kind of fast. Cheese sauce ready to go. Couldn't ask for anything more there. We're going to add all this stuff into it, get everything out of there, mix it. This pasta is nearly done. We're going to strain it, pour this on top, breadcrumbs into the oven, and we get the famous Roshan Pujari crack and cheese. All right, check that pasta real quick. Pull one of them out. Basically, all you have to do is take a bite. That's still too firm. And if you look real close, you can see there's white flour in there that's not cooked yet. That's the easiest way to tell. Okay, pasta's done. So let's strain it. And this really is where everything starts to come together. Pasta goes down on the bottom. Lovely, lovely, lovely cheese sauce goes over the top with the bacon and every other thing you shouldn't be eating in there. I need a plastic spatula. I had chefs of mine would be killing me right now. So let's give it a big stir. Have a look. Excellent. Okay. Over the top. You don't, usually I'd say mix your breadcrumbs with cheese and stuff. There's so much cheese in here, you don't need to mix anything with anything. And this goes into the oven until this stuff browns just slightly, and then we're done. So here we go, just a little toasted on the top with these breadcrumbs. That is amazing. That's amazing. That's why it's called crack and cheese. That's great. Now I'm putting it in here with a little bit of this flatbread naan, just because my buddy Roshan's Indian. Didn't want him to think I was leaving his people out. Enjoy this. For these and more recipes, uptowngroceryco.com. Take care now.